Well, it's always great to have you in town, Commissioner. And is there any truth to the rumor that you sped up your trip to Winnipeg because you saw what happened in Game 7 on Sunday and you wanted to be able to partake in the environment?
Actually, I think everybody's still recovering. It was a spectacular first round, punctuated by the game on Sunday night. No, I'm on the road a little. I was in Vegas last night. I was in Utah this morning for the unveiling of the name and logo and uniforms. And I figured since I was in the neighborhood, I would stop in because it's always great to be in Winnipeg for a game. I mean, this is a place that loves hockey. The fans are passionate. The building's a great environment. And this is a place where hockey matters, so it's always fun to come here.
Well, and I know that you've said it numerous times how much you enjoy being able to come to Winnipeg and partake in the environment. And when you think of the season that the Jets had, President's Trophy winners, then you look at the whiteout and the atmosphere with the postseason as well. What is it that stands out to you most about what you've seen in Winnipeg this year?
Actually, talking about standing out, I'm sitting in the crowd tonight, and I'll probably be the only person not in white, so I may stand out. What's great is to see how well this team is playing, and I know how much pride Mark Chipman takes in how the team performs because he knows how important it is to the community. Seeing the players who participated in Four Nations and watching an incredible first round. Not just for the Jets, but the entire first round was great. It's been a fun season. I know there are always people who say we should change this format or that format. I actually started getting calls from some of the managers who say, you know what, we're fine with what we have. You couldn't have a better first round.
Well, and so I wanted to ask you about the first round overall. When you think about the close games and the series that, say, we saw in Winnipeg or you saw with Colorado and Dallas, and just the excitement of the games, how important is that for the league?
But you can promote all you want, but what fans want is excitement. They want to be entertained. And for us, it's a combination of competitive balance, which is extraordinary. I think we have the best competitive balance of the North American sports leagues, but it's also about the fact that every game is in doubt until the final 1.6 seconds, right? The number of third period multi-goal come from behind victories or lead changes has been phenomenal, almost record setting. And so if you sample a hockey game, you're going to come back because the experience is terrific.
Well, you mentioned that you've heard from managers, remember, about the format, and maybe you've been an ardent supporter of the current playoff format. Yeah. When you look at the way that the first round has gone, does it reinforce for you that you think that this is the way that is best for the league?
I think what we have works really well, and I don't believe in change for the sake of change. If there were problems, they should be addressed. But I don't think anything in any sport in their playoffs compares to our first round.
Well, you mentioned as well Four Nations and the opportunity to be able to see, there's a number of players here taking part in this series that played in the Four Nations. It seemed to really give momentum to the league, particularly down south of the border. Do you feel you've been able to capitalize on that so far in these playoffs?
The attention that the game got was gratifying for two reasons. One, it was our quote all-star game, and while all-star games in most sports typically get criticized, ours, the 3-on-3 is winner-take-all little round robin has always been good, but this took things to a new level because of how great the players were. There's no doubt that the players were really into it and really playing their hearts out. Just look at the number of injuries that came out of it. So that was good, and because lots of people, not just hockey fans, not just sports fans, but casual observers of what was going on in the world, particularly at that time because there was a little bit of friction between Canada and the U.S., that entire overlay was really captivating.
Finally, you mentioned that you're going to be sitting in the crowd for a game here. Have you sat in the crowd for a whiteout experience
Yes,
before?
I have. That's why I said
Are you
you're going to be
ready
able to
for
pick
it?
me out.
Did you bring earplugs? Because I guarantee you.
You know what? I'm over 70 years old. I went to enough concerts in the 60s and 70s that my hearing's already shot.
Thank you so much for the time. We know that you have a busy night. Appreciate it. Hope that you have a wonderful time here in Winnipeg. It's great to see you as part of the Whiteout.
Always do. Thanks. Great to be with you.
Thanks so much.